This video is a throwback to a video I made over 10 years ago where we looked at 10 songs that you can just play with 3 chords, G major, C major and D major. We'll be looking at many new songs in this video. You let me know in the comments any other songs that just use C, G and D. My choices include songs by the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Simon and Garfunkel, the White Stripes, Bruno Mars and even AC/DC. So this is going to be super fun. Let's cover the chords first of all, just for the absolute beginners out there. Timestamps are in the description if you want to skip this bit. But just to show you the chords we'll be using, in their basic form, here's the G major. And this is all in standard tuning. Index finger, string 5, fret 2. Middle finger, string 6, fret 3. Ring finger, string 1, fret 3. All 6 strings ring out, including the ones without a finger. We then have C major, where we don't strum string 6, and it's index finger, string 2, fret 1, middle finger, string 4, fret 2, ring finger, string 5, fret 3, and having your fingers on this angle pointing towards your strumming hand shoulder can really help with this stretch, rather than trying to stretch this way, which is the more classical music style of playing it. For pop music and rock music, having the thumb just a little bit higher, fingers on this angle, and really curling the knuckles is really important. That will also help you play the D major chord, where the index finger is on string 3, fret 2, middle finger, string 1, fret 2, and the ring finger on string 2, fret 3. You can also have the thumb over the top on this chord to mute string 6, strum from string 5, but if we do accidentally catch string 6, this really helps us with more advanced strumming patterns and allows for a great change between G, C and D major, with the thumb in a similar position but moving on top and muting, so silencing string 6, especially on the D major chord and if possible on the C major chord as well. Beginners, if you're not getting strings 1, 2 and 3 ringing out, and especially string 1, you're going to want to keep that thumb low for now, in the middle or just above the middle of the back of the neck for all your chord shapes, especially C major, where if you're not careful, that thinnest string might not ring out. But if you can then change between each of these chords, we can play some wonderful and very simple songs. My first choice just changes between G major and C major for the majority of the song, for the main part of the song. This is Love Me Do by the Beatles, and you can play it with single strums. Love, love me do, you know I love you, I'll always be true, so please love me do, oh, love me do. And then the D major chord doesn't come in until the someone to love somebody new. So that song is played with 2 strums of the G major to 2 strums of C major. And that change between a standard way of playing G and C is so important to drill, but we do have another option that's going to be used in other songs later on. So I want to run the C add 9 chord past you, and it also means that we can play a G chord with all 4 fingers like this. So with finger 1, 2, 3 and 4 just underneath it, 3 and 4 on the thinnest 2 strings. This is how Wonderwall is played, this is how many classic songs are played, and it means we can play a C major like this, which can be really handy because the change becomes like this. Much easier, yes, but the standard way of playing the G major to a C major is still really essential. And some people even prefer to play a G major chord like this, which is a great option. I nickname this the George Harrison G. It uses the same frets as a standard G, but doesn't use finger 1. It uses 2, 3 and 4 in place of 1, 2 and 3, and means that a change to a C major can be a lot easier. So there's 3 options just to be able to play 2 chords. None of those options are better or worse than any others. It's a personal choice, and it's the choice that works best for you in that song and that sounds closest to what you want to go for, whether it's the original recording or a better chord change. That C-add 9 chord is essential to be able to play our second song, which is Sweet Home Alabama. Sweet Home Alabama can be played with a D major chord, a C-add 9, and a G major chord. And those are the chords whether you're doing a basic, on the beat, strumming version, or you're playing the full riff, with all the bells and whistles. Those chords, strummed in that same order, take you through the entire song from the intro riff, all the guitar solos, all the way to the end of the song, even though it's over a 6-minute song. So just strumming 1, 2 on the D, 3, 4 on C-add 9, and then G, 2, 3, 4. Takes you through the verses, the chorus, and all the solos and everything. For example, big wheels keep on turning, take me home to see my kin. And the chorus, Sweet Home Alabama. Let me see what strumming we can add to this. So that is mute, mute, a muted strum with the outside of the palm of the hand hitting here, strum down, and then a quick up. These same chords and that strumming pattern can also enable you to play Werewolves of London, which is another fantastic song. And as a bonus song, All Summer Long by Kid Rock also uses these same chords, same key. You can play along with that one too. So just to demo Werewolves of London. Oh, Werewolves of London. Oh, Werewolves of London. Now with a capo at the 4th fret, you can play these same 3 chords and we can play 3 more songs which are in a different musical key, but the capo means we can use still G major, C major and D major. Now just in case you don't have a capo, I'm going to demo these songs without the capo so that you can play them and we can jam together. If you want to play to the original recording with basic open chords, a capo is pretty essential, and I'll link to this handy guitar one in the description if that's something that you feel is for you. Here's a no capo demo of Tumbling Dice by the Rolling Stones. Say now, baby, I'm the rank outsider. You can be my partner in crime. To D major, baby, I can't stay. You got to roll me and call me the Tumbling Dice. So that's staying on the G major until the lyrics change to but baby. But baby, I can't stay. You got to roll me and call me the Tumbling Dice. Capo 4th fret version just moves it up to here. Say now, baby, I'm the rank outsider. You can be my partner in crime. But baby, I can't stay. You got to roll me and call me the Tumbling Dice. That version is only needed to play along to the original recording. You don't need the capo just to jam along and do a singing version, either to my video or on your own. That is exactly the same for the Lazy song. Capo 4th fret original, no capo key with these chords would be played with an offbeat strumming pattern with the chords G, D, and a whole bar of C. Today I don't feel like doing anything. I just wanna lay in my bed we can do that with capo 4th fret and jam along to the original recording. Today I don't feel like doing anything. I just wanna lay in my bed. Don't feel like picking up my phone, so leave a message at the tone. 'Cause today I swear I'm not doing anything. Nothing at all. Ooh, 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 ooh. Another song with capo 4th fret and G, C and D major is Cecilia by Simon and Garfunkel. Cecilia has a bit of a country folk inspired strumming pattern, a little bit more up tempo. Down, 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 up, down, up. And it just uses these 3 chords in the following fashion. Oh Cecilia, you're breaking my heart. You're shaking my confidence daily. Oh Cecilia, I'm down on my knees. I'm begging you please to come home. Come on home. If you want a longer tutorial for Cecilia and every song I've covered on this video, I'll leave a link to my website at the top of the description on YouTube. And if you're watching on the website, there'll be all those videos down below with full tutorials, links to full chord and lyric sheets, and any other appropriate help for each one of these song tutorials. So I can just do a quick demo in this video to give you the idea. The same strumming pattern and the same chords can be used no capo for Ring of Fire by Johnny Cash, which is a fantastic song to just have a play and sing along with, no matter where you're at with your voice. Anyone can sing Ring of Fire and have great fun strumming and singing guitar, no matter the level of your voice. Because of a quicker change between the G to a C chord, I recommend the C add 9 and the 4-fingered G for this one, this alternative way. But if you can do it full C major and G major, that's fine too. That's a great exercise to try and challenge your fingers to do these quicker chord changes. For example, love is a burning thing. Or, and it makes a fiery ring. Bound by wild desire. To D major, I fell into a ring of fire. Chorus now. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire. The ring of fire. Another song that's played very similar to that, similar strumming pattern and the same chords, is Hotel Yorba by the White Stripes. This uses that same kind of folky strumming pattern. I was watching with one eye on the other side. I had 15 people telling me don't move. I got moving on my mind. I found shelter in some thoughts turning wheels around. I said 39 times that I love you to the beauty I had found. Well, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, take the elevator to the Hotel Yorba. I'll be glad to see you later. All they got inside is vacancy. Yet another great song we can play with G, C and D major is Chicken Fried by Zac Brown Band. This again uses a folk-inspired country strumming pattern. Down, 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 up, down, up. And this one goes, you know I like my chicken fried. Cold beer on a Friday night. Pair of jeans that fit just right. And the radio up. Well, I've seen the sunrise. See the love in a woman's eyes. Feel the touch of a precious child. Know a mother's love. But Another trick you want to know is to play along to the original recording of that song. You'll need to tune down to E flat tuning. So we've been in standard tuning for this whole video. That's what most songs are in, but E flat tuning just tunes each tuning peg, each string, by a semitone or the equivalent of 1 fret on our guitar. So rather than E, it goes down to E flat, and then each string goes down accordingly. A flat, D becomes D flat, G flat, B flat, and E flat. Most standard tuners enable you to do this, but it's a really cool trick to learn, just to be able to play along to more songs. Bands like Guns N' Roses use basic open chords for many of their songs, like Sweet Child of Mine, but you need to tune down by half a step to be able to play along to the original recording. But just like with a capo, you don't need to do that just for a quick strum and a sing-along, or if you're singing along with friends at a barbecue, you don't need to retune your guitar every time. It's just to be able to play along to the original recording, but which I highly recommend when you're learning guitar. It's such the final step for a lot of people, as is learning more signature riffs as opposed to just strumming songs, something which you can play and recognize within the first couple of seconds. And that's why I wanted to add one AC/DC song to this list, which can be played with a G, C add 9 and D major chord, even on acoustic guitar, but it sounds great on an electric guitar, especially an SG. This is You Shook Me All Night Long. So this is where that C add 9 is not an easier option. This is how the riff is played. In fact, AC/DC often use this way of playing a G chord, which is a G power chord. This is a G5. What's the difference? Well, this string here, string 5, is called the major third of this G major chord, and it's an extra note as opposed to just the G here, and then the D here. And this just sounds a little cleaner than the more major sounding G major. This is G5. We can even play kind of the equivalent of a C5 to this. And then you can basically play these faster riffs while mostly moving one finger, which I think is really a good idea for beginners. To be mastering those sort of skills and being able to do more with them, play more songs, more recognizable riffs, more songs you love, as opposed to moving straight on and learning more chords like bar chords and really hammering those bar chords, when you can actually learn a lot of bad habits that way, like pressing down too hard on your fingers and getting big lines on your fingers needlessly. So check out these couple of videos I'll leave on screen now, which might help you bring your playing forward for more of those sorts of skills, drilling the basics, but getting so much fun out of this instrument. And I'll also leave a link to my membership where we have exclusive courses, weekly live streams, and a Discord community of like-minded guitar enthusiasts, hopefully like yourself. This gives people structure, weekly accountability, and a like-minded community to share ideas with and get peer-to-peer help as opposed to just learning from me. That community element is really, really important. That link's down below. Hope to see you over there. Take care of yourselves, guys. I'll see you next time.